Hello, everybody. This is the Kansas
Welcome to
Hillbilly
the Man
Preppers
Boob Hour.
DT Hour, and um,
The Double D
next week
Hour.
is Man Boob Hour. So anyway, this is the DT Hour, and today we're going to discuss a few things. I got on here, um, somebody in the Green Dragon, and then we got a oh, jeez, I can't quit. You guys have me going too hard. Ah, DJ over here. Sorry, DJ. Okay, people, let's get started. I was going to go. This is the DT hour. So anyway, ah, jeez. So people.
Always fun when the chat goes off the rails before it even starts.
Yes, exactly. Yes, exactly. Sorry, guys, for all my watchers out there, all one of you. Which I need to go.
TP.
DJ, take over for a minute. For 1 minute, I need to go find the
Alrighty.
chat.
Yeah, AK or AR, DJ.
You know what? Once you run out the bullets, you've got an expensive club either way. So.
Yeah, well, if you're cool like me and have a bayonet, you still have a stabbing device. Or you can roast marshmallows at the end of it.
Hey, I didn't video it, but I did finally find my tree branches I wanted to try to make my bow. So that's a project I'll have firing up. I'm not sure how it's going to work out.
Yeah, that's going to be awesome, man. If you get good at that, I would love to get you to make one for me at some point.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, I'd pay you, but it's got to be quality,
Well, I just am hoping that I can get something that'll shoot through an elk.
Right.
Uh-oh. What happened? Kansas locked up a little?
I think he froze. He froze a little bit.
2874.
Hey, welcome back, brother. Kansas.
Just trying to find.
Looks like TPP and Prelude are who we have out
stuff.
watching right now.
Yeah, I wonder what the political report or political court would think about Man Boob Hour. Next.
She'd probably tell us to put our damn shirts off. She threw up in her mouth a little bit.
Well, that one we definitely got to get Mule in for. He's got some good man.
Probably would never.
Well, yeah, and Mule ain't embarrassed about
it. And Christian from Sweden. Oh, man, Swedish paracord nut, man. He likes to dance around without his shirt on. That'd be a hoot.
Now,
yeah, that would be a hoot.
Well, I'll ask you in another time.
What's that?
Well, Kansas, what was you thinking about for all of us to go off on?
I was just about this new bill that's coming out in the House, and it's supposed to be about the last of the. Supposed to happen like in July, the end of the dollar bill, and I'm wondering if anybody's heard anything or about it. It's supposed to be because Russia and China has gotten together, and they decided to drop the dollar totally. And that's what I've heard so far.
I mean, that wouldn't surprise me. I mean, when you have our government, and I see our government as the biggest terrorists in the world. I don't care about what happens in other countries as far as the terrorism, but I see the U.S. as the Zionist barking dog, and the Zionists get their panties in a bunch, and they send the U.S. or they pull the strings on the U.S. government to go do everything so they can try to maintain that poor me victim image that they do. And I mean, it's only a matter of time before other countries say, you know what, we've had enough of your shit, and it's time that you take a fall. I mean, and I don't know, maybe I worded that really fucked up, but that's just kind of where I'm at.
Well,
I'm sure that was a really good point. Well, you know, they kind of want to collapse the dollar anyway and switch us over to.
Kansas, can you repeat what you just tried to say? You kind of locked up there for a minute.
Oh, sorry. As I was saying, okay, they want to kill our bill, but what are they wanting to take us to? Are they going to take us into something that we got to implant into us, or are they going? What the hell are they taking us into? Does anybody know? Or, I mean, that's the thing with this bill. It just came out, and I just heard of it yesterday, and it was something that caught my eye, and I didn't get I just got the end gist of it, that it deals with the factor that Russia and China, or Russia and China are going together, and they're going to try to bankrupt America. So they've in turn dropped the dollar, and so they're planning, and this bill is supposed to cover what happens after that.
Well, I don't know much about that, but I know, you know, like DJ was saying, when you take the dollar off of something real, like it was back in a long time ago when it was backed by gold and silver, and then you back it with absolutely nothing, and you're free to print as much of it as you want, or just make it exist on a computer as much as you want, then there's no value to it. It's worthless because of the fact that it has nothing. You know, it's only worth the paper that it's printed on, and that ain't much.
Yeah. I mean, I'm with you there. I'm at that point. I understand that.
Personally, I try to, you know, if I could, I'd buy more stuff, but, you know, anytime I do any kind of business with a local person, a local mechanic, a local whatever, I see if I can't pay him in silver. And usually they're pretty cool with that, actually.
Yeah, so you got a lot of silver stored away, which is a good thing.
No, not a whole bunch, you know, but I feel better as a person giving them something that's actually valuable versus paper.
Well, you got a good point there. I do agree with that point.
And of course, if you can bartering's just as good as that. So, you know, they take us off the dollar, and let's just say they don't implant it into your hand or into your head like you think they might do with the whole mark of the beast.
Well, that's what Obamacare calls for.
Right. Let's just say they take us off the actual paper money and the coin money and put us on debit cards and stuff like that. Well, that right there is even worse than it is now, because then they can track everything you do, and they're going to try to kill bartering even more than they already are. It's a clusterfuck, you know.
Yeah, I'm in agreement with you there. Oh, well, man!
I mean, for how many years haven't we, I think when, God, this has been going on for so long, and in the works that I mean, in 2000, when did it was Bush that done the first bank bailout, the too big to fail thing, and then in 2008 Obama turned around and done it. So, I mean, right there should have been a wake up call
The
to everybody
HR,
else.
the bill number is HR 2847. HR 2847. And it's for the currency collapse.
It's funny too because if they really wanted to, they could collapse the dollar and then get us back on an actual gold standard, and this country would turn around really fast and become better for it. However, we all know that they ain't going to make an improvement because they have no track record of improving any damn thing in this planet. So.
No,
No, they got to
wanna
tear us
do
down
is-
to make us that new country.
They've got to rape everything for all they can get, and then once everything is too destroyed, then try. I mean, ultimately the way that I look at it is it's all just means to try to control it. But this kind of goes with your silver stinger. Out here we have so much alluvial gold that now the mountain that I live on, for some reason, when the volcano happened, there was a mineral missing. So we have to go like over by Gunnison or, just other places. Well, we can go down to the river and we can set up sluice boxes and we can run dirt through it and we can get flour gold. So that's, I mean, we do a lot of that prospecting and stuff like that. Not so much anymore. After I blew my back up, we really haven't done a whole lot of it. But I know places where we can go. And it might take us 2 or 3 days to pick up an ounce of gold. But that's something that was always an option for us to do. And now, some of the best places that we used to go, they have signs up, BLM signs. In fact, next time I'm down there, I'll do a video of one of the places we used to go. Mm-hmm. And it's closed down to recreational mining now. And I mean, you're out there with the dirt. It's not like you have a backhoe or anything like that. But they know that mineral is there, and they don't want us to have it.
Yeah, I remember when we were living in north of Prescott here in Arizona when I was a kid, we had our own land, and we had the water rights, but we didn't have the mineral rights. So, if we had found a big old nugget of gold, we wouldn't have gotten away with it. It wouldn't have been ours technically. And it's definitely, it's bad enough when it's on public land, but then when you're saying that even on your own fucking private land, you don't own what's under your ground is bull crap. And, you're right, yeah. I mean, 3 days to get an ounce of gold, that's a good fucking paycheck, normally, nowadays especially. So, yeah, if they don't, I see why they wouldn't want you to do it, yeah, because they want everything for themselves.
Yeah. And I think that's what it comes down to. They just, they have, I think by sending and giving all the companies that provided jobs for anybody, giving them the incentive to go to other countries. And, I mean, they have everybody pretty much under their thumb.
We got,
to a degree to where...
Go ahead.
It's funny how money corrupts. Because after World War II, we bombed the fucking shit out of every other place that was producing anything. So America became the greatest nation on earth at that point in the 50s and 60s because of it. And then, because of the corrupt politicians wanting to make backroom deals in order to line their own fucking pockets, we've shipped all that to other countries again, and now we're in the shit again because of those individuals who made those deals,
Mm-hmm. Well, and then they keep passing these bullshit laws that just regulate. I mean, they've got it regulated to where
they regulated us out of a country is what they've done. And the fact of the matter there is. It's set up so Russia gets back Russia, China gets back, or China gets United States, a lot of the United States, and
Well, when they started busting down little kids'
yeah,
lemonade stands,
and that's basically
that
what it
was
comes
right there
down
at
to.
the end of America for me. You're going to regulate a 12-year-old from selling lemonade on the side of the street because she doesn't have the proper FDA paperwork. I mean, that's some bullshit. That's the end of Americana as we know it. Free enterprise, my ass, when you can't even sell your own local shit to people without having to have all these forms filled out and taxes and licenses
Yep,
and all
that's
that.
where. Yeah, it's down. It's down. We're almost in Germany. We're at the beginning of the end of Germany, or at the right before World War II, when Germany was going downhill. We're right there. I mean, you got to remember, Hitler was voted in at 99%, and when he left, he was hated. But the thing was, he did a lot of regulation.
Well, 99% of
And
any kind of vote, I
that's what they're
believe,
doing.
is voter fraud. I mean, look at Castro and all that. Yeah, they always get like 100%, 99% of the vote, and we all know that shit's corrupt. So who's to say the whole Hitler thing wasn't corrupt as all hell back then too?
You know,
It was totally corrupt. And
go ahead.
I was just going to say Hitler had his reasons for doing what he did. He was being paid to do, but I mean, go ahead. Go ahead.
I think the more that I've been trying to get people to really look into the elitist in Switzerland, and it's the Octagon Freemasons, and I honestly, I don't know really how to word it, but I really don't believe that the numbers were there that Hitler killed. And when you look at his top advisors and you find out all of that, now I do believe that he tried to run a socialist country, but I do think that there were people behind him pulling the strings that actually
I don't know.
rewrote history to it.
I don't know. They had something on the internet the other day. I was watching some history thing, and they had papers that said Hitler was alive in '60s. Now, how's that if he committed suicide?
Yeah. Well, you got to remember one thing: who writes history?
I'm telling you, it's a false flag.
Well, no, I'm not saying that it was a false flag, because World War II happened. And so, but I'm thinking that not all of it is what we were taught and led to believe. I think that the story may have...
I think the story changed in the upper parts after it would surrenders and stuff. I think there was a lot of change. I think a lot of money changed place, and I mean, as you stand right now, I mean, if you ever watch that one thing about the dollars, I mean, who's got the dollars right now is the ones calling all the shots.
Yeah.
And they have it in the World Bank so that they can turn it into any cash there is.
Well, the political port is out there. You guys should try to get her in here. See if
okay.
She's come in and chat.
Go ahead.
I got to bounce. So.
Oh man, can you invite her in? Because I don't have her deal.
I'm not friends with her. On Google Plus, but I'll send it to her email or her YouTube.
Okay, send it to her YouTube.
I will try to get
Political
it to
port.
her
Check
on
your
Google
YouTube.
Plus.
Also, Bobby Paradise wants a link.
Well, I'll wait on Bobby for right now. I want to talk to the political port. She'd be a good addition right now. She's very...
And PPP, I
Bobby,
sent it to you on Google Plus.
Okay, so you got that taken care of then,
Yeah,
DJ? All right, thanks.
sure.
All right, guys, I'll talk to you later.
All right.
All right.
You guys have fun. Riddle Girl, happy birthday.
Riddle Girl, happy birthday to you.
If you didn't hear, she said thank you.
Yeah.
All right, see you guys later.
All right, take
See
it
ya.
easy, Sting.
Oh, my help left, so I don't know how I can see inside the. I can't find the room.
Okay, I'll give you the. I
If you
think
do a shadow for me.
Okay, I'll do a shout out, and the link is in the internal for the YouTube Hangout. Let me refresh. Make sure I get everybody. E. Kenny
Okay.
and Linda, Mr. Tommy Boy 9, Political Port, Mule,
Mule,
Prelude
come on
Prepper,
in.
Prelude Prepper, and that's it right now. Ronnie Swanson just jumped in.
Well, come on in, Ronnie.
Linda, do you guys want a link? Kansas, you care if Linda hops in? Linda's pretty much on top of this stuff too. Uh-oh. I think Kansas froze
Video.
up.
All right, I was just gonna run me, you, and him.
Hey guys, what's up?
What's happening?
Mule can get in at any time.
Yeah, he likes to jump in and then kind of drive by you, though.
Hey, Bobby.
Hey bud. Hey, did you see that thing on Fox yesterday or day before about governments taking up like fine metals, and instead of like we used to, you know, with the cash.
Okay.
I don't have TV, so anything I see from any of the major outlets is off of YouTube or the net somewhere. But
Well, basically
no.
what they're doing is, you know, we used to be on the gold, what you call it, where if you had a dollar, you had a dollar's worth of gold.
Standard.
Right, the gold standard.
Gold standard, that's the word I'm looking for. Well, there's governments now that are saying, like China was one, Israel was one, and a couple other were saying that they are going to get rid of, they're going to go back to a gold standard, but it wasn't actually gold, it was all precious metals, considered copper, you know, those kind of things, non-ferrous. But I thought that was kind of interesting, considering the chat y'all are having today.
Yeah.
And it just kind of, it was like
Trying
one
to
of those.
tuning in that bill, HR 2847.
And the funny part about it is usually Fox is really good about like going into detail about things, but it was just kind of like a passing moment thing. It wasn't, they didn't really talk much about it. They just kind of said what was going on and then moved on. It was like, okay, well, you know, why didn't you give more detail about it? But I thought that was quite interesting. In that video you're replying, you're talking about, Byron, that thing is awesome. The one where who has all the money?
For a minute. What was said now?
Oh, I just heard you you're talking about that video, the one that who has all the money, and I just saw that actually a couple days ago. It's like an hour and a half long. It's a great video though.
Yeah, it's an hour and a half long. I put it out. I said everybody needed to watch it just to remind.
What video was that?
Everything
I know Byron's got
the centuries. I got what?
Man, Byron, you're lagging bad. You're lagging horribly bad.
Yeah, I am. I'm having a hell of a lag.
I was saying, DJ was asking, and about that video, and I know I was telling him you had a link of it on your webpage, on your Google or Yahoo, sorry. YouTube, Jesus, I can't talk today.
And the way to it is a lot of prep work.
It's okay.
To go back and check it out.
Yeah, it's awesome. Be ready to sit down and watch it's pretty long and kind of it's all really good info. It just kind of gets a little monotonous after a while. You might not want to watch the whole thing straight.
Well, yeah, I know. I watched some really weird shit. Is it the Illuminati scary predictions?
No, hold on a minute. Let me look and see if I can find it on.
Let me see.
I know I liked it, so I should be able to find it in my likes. Of course, I like pretty much every video I watch, so.
I like everything that comes across my Google Plus page simply because it lets me know who I actually want to keep around and who to get rid of. If they post goofy shit that doesn't mean nothing, then I usually end up taking them out of circles. And if they post everything along what's happening in the world or things that I really like, then I keep them around.
Done to me.
I've never unfriended you, Kansas. At least I don't think so. I know I've had to resubscribe to you on YouTube a couple of times, but Christ, I've got to resubscribe to people that I've watched for years. Some of the channels, that was why I even made a channel, just so I could have playlists and leave comments, was I have to go in and resubscribe to them.
Yeah, the Southern Prepper 1.
Yeah, everybody's
for a long time. And
Mm-hmm.
I have to sub him like once a month. It's like, I'm looking for this video, brother.
Kansas has a lot of good stuff on his Google Plus page.
Yeah, I like it too. It works good on my phone. It's easy to keep up with it on my phone.
Yeah.
Because YouTube's too slow for your phone.
I don't have a cell phone. I don't have TV. Well, we got a TV, just we got a DVD player, and if you want to watch it, then you either got to plug the laptop into it and find a movie, or you have to pick out a movie that we have.
Yeah.
One of the main reasons I have a TV is because when I'm not feeling, I can lay on the couch and just watch TV. You know,
Yeah.
a lot of times I can't physically do much. Like even sitting at my computer is just too much for me.
Yeah.
course, I watch everything boring according to my wife. All I watch is educational stuff.
The political
So everybody shuts up when
court.
I get
Come
here?
on.
Hey, I thought you didn't get shit on G+.
I am honored to have
I had to reinstall
you
it.
on my DT hour. Thank you.
Thank you.
How you doing, kid?
Oh God, I just want to punch this computer so much. It's just been a nightmare to deal with. I hate it. Might have to do something on the range with it. What are y'all up to?
I got a pound of Terranite here, right? Or whatever, however you say it.
Well, then you can't monetize if you do that. From what I hear.
Oh, really?
So what are we all talking about?
I
HR
think
2.
Kansas was trying to go with the
That's the foreign tax thing, right?
Yes.
FACTA.
Yeah, the Foreign Account Tax Compliant Act. Now, supposedly that'll be like the crash of the dollar. But, it gets to the point that we've heard about the crash so many times that you're just like, kind of, when they say it's going to crash again, you just kind of like glaze over, like, okay. So I honestly have not really gotten too much into this bill at all because I've, just heard it for about, 5 years now? The dollar's going to crash, and it's like, we're just kind of waiting and anticipating it, and I don't know. I'm sure that if it doesn't pass, there'll be some type of executive order, and
Yeah. In fact, I unsubbed from a lot of channels that seems to be their favorite topic. It's they're crashing the dollar.
But
The first 6 months they held my attention.
But I mean,
you cut out. I didn't hear what you said.
I was saying RIF, RDIF. I'm having a was supposed on and
I know you're saying something about
it collapses before then.
Oh, the RFID chip in the Obamacare thing. Well, we know now with Obamacare, they just kind of, Obamacare, let's just call it what it is, He had no problems calling it Obamacare when it was a quote-unquote good thing. A good thing. When they change it to it's a bad thing now, all of a sudden he doesn't want it called Obamacare. What a pussy. But with the RFID chip, I mean, we keep seeing that with this Obamacare thing. They're flying by the seat of their pants, and they just keep changing shit to whenever they want to do it. So I'm not going to say that there's not going to be a chip, but I don't think there's going to be one anytime soon.
Stopping a lot of the stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it's a big clusterfuck. Just like everything else in the government.
What's that problem, guys?
I can finally see you. I haven't been able to see you this whole time.
Hey, for me.
And now he's frozen.
When was the last time you reset your modem and your
I am honored.
Computer, man?
I thought that the RFID chip was supposed to be implemented. Well, they keep pushing everything back, so who knows for sure what the date is. But I thought that was
Well,
supposed to be by mid 2015 or something like that. Everybody was supposed to be chipped.
And how we might even be chipped and we just don't even know it. You know what I'm saying? And so you go in, you get a blood test, or people get vaccines. They go in and they get a vitamin B shot. Who knows? We don't
we
even
don't
know.
care about
These
them.
people are fucking crazy. They might have already done something. I don't know.
Well, I heard that they were collecting our DNA just like if, okay,
Absolutely.
I've hit that age where every year I have to have blood work and all of that shit to see if I'm going to die from a heart attack or something tomorrow. But I've heard that they collect our DNA
Well,
every
for
time they do that.
sure, for sure, 100%, without a doubt, the government has been collecting newborn babies' blood since the late 70s. They do that little heel prick, you know?
Yep.
And then they squeeze the heel and they take the blood. And they claim that is for like genetic problems or whatever. But I have yet to meet a parent, especially one who, and I've worked with the disabled community for a long time, and I've yet to meet one parent who was ever notified by the government that their child had a genetic issue, ever. I've yet to meet one, and thus I don't believe in any way, shape, or form this is to see if people have genetical abnormalities, you know, just or genetic abnormalities at all. This is, of course, to start a database. We now find out that the CIA in the Middle East has been using this vaccine program as a way to collect DNA from people. So I don't even think it's a far reach to say that they've been doing it to us.
Well, I can tell you one thing. Homeschool or kids that are born at home, home pregnancies and that kind of thing. They what they do is they ask you, oh, well, you need to bring your kid in to have them checked out and blah 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 and all this, and that's one of the very first things they do.
Yeah.
And, my wife's best friend had her baby at home, and they said, oh, well, we have to do this, blah blah blah. It didn't even ask permission to do it, and she ended up, trying to find out what it was for, and the nurse actually flat out told her, well, we don't keep these here. They get shipped off somewhere to some kind of place. And she's like, well, where does it get shipped off to? A blood work place or that kind of stuff? And the lady's like, no, it's nothing like that. We don't know. It's a weird address, and it just gets shipped off to there.
Isn't that so insane?
That's,
They don't even, people are so programmed they don't even question what they're doing. They don't even question, where is this blood going? Who am I sending this to? Who is this to go? This is some little baby. Who am I sending this to? What do I tell the parents when they want to know the results? It's like they don't even, they just do what they're told, little worker, ants, and just go do whatever. It makes me crazy. It's, people need to really start questioning everything and have conviction. And it's unfortunate that we've become so programmed that we've made our jobs the most important things in life rather than our principles. And I understand people need to eat. I understand people need to have roofs over their head and feed their children. I get that. But what example are you setting for your children when you just allow anything to happen under your watch just because you don't want to lose your job?
Yeah, well, it's like sorry, DJ.
Sorry. I mean, when you think about it, how many people that you talk to in every day, they're more worried about their buddy got a new car or new pickup, and so now they've got to get a new one just so they can try to keep up.
Oh, yeah.
And, I think
God, have I told you about my neighbors yet? Have I told you about my new neighbors across the way? These people are insane. They every week they have a new vehicle, and they have like 4 new trucks, 2 brand new. What are those campers called that hook onto the truck? Is it like fifth wheel?
Okay, yeah.
I'm having a brain fart. Well, they have a couple of those too, and they want to be like like the kings, so to speak, of the neighborhood. Like that everything is sparkling new. So every day they are literally washing these campers every day and these new trucks every day, washing them. And I'm sitting here thinking, if you got so much fucking water to spare, why don't you go give it to the farmer down the street who has nothing right now? You know, it's insane. But they just want to look so good. You know, it's like, it's
Well, see, and
unbelievable.
that's everywhere. I mean,
I know.
I think that's probably. I got caught up in that when I went to the mine. You know, I had an awesome ranch job, and I probably wouldn't be all fucked up now if I just would have stayed with it.
I think
But
we're all like that. You know, inherently we have a little bit in us that, you know, we're a competitive, for the most part, a competitive species, I guess you would say, and thus, you know, we're always trying to one-up each other.
Mhm.
But at one time, we were trying to one-up each other with things that were important, like I'm going to go out and kill this, you know, animal to feed the tribe. And then somebody, well, I'm going to go out and get 2 animals to feed the tribe. So it was like, you know, something for positive, something for good. And now it's turned into to make the other person look like shit. Like, well, my truck is better than yours. You know, it's like we've completely lost sight of good, I guess you would say. You know, it's like
Well-
what's good is, or what's bad is good, and what's good is bad, and everything is just upside down. It's like complete bizarro world.
Compassion.
It's freaky.
I think we've gotten away from
Compassion's
trying
none.
to work for the good of each other into that self-absorption.
Right. Well, I think the 80s was a, you know, a turning point when it became the me, you know, generation, where instead of going and doing good deeds for other people, people started going to therapists, and therapists started telling them, well, what have you done for you? What have you done for you? You know, you need to do things for you. You need to do, and so now it's turned out to, he didn't give me this. He's never given me this. He didn't give me anything for Christmas. He didn't give me anything. Instead of, you know, or it used to be about giving, now it's about, why didn't you give me anything? You know, and it's, you know, I think the 80s was a huge turning point in society. And we've always been fucked, you know.
You know, when I think
and
of
there's always been bad, you know, I'm not going to deny that, but when it became this, everything's about me, this entitlement attitude, we've completely lost sight of, you know, and what's really important. Everything has become materialistic.
remember that movie, I think it was called Wall Street with Michael Douglas in it, and he came out and said, greed is good and all of that. I think that was actually, I
Yeah.
think people took that shit to heart, and it was kind of like a gospel to them.
Yeah, and they actually, didn't they? They
Yeah,
did a
plus
Strike Dance
also
movie
you
for that,
got
right?
Yeah.
I don't know. You guys were
yeah, I
talking over
believe it was, I don't remember the full name of it.
Kansas is so laggy, I can't understand a word he's saying. It just sounds like a robot. Is it like? And people on G Plus are telling me the same thing. They can't. Maybe you should reconnect, Kansas, because we can't. But you know what I always say to those kind of people when they're like, "Oh, well, I got this and I got that and I got a new truck and da da da." I ask them, "Well, how much debt do you have and how many credit cards are you maxed out on?" And then they tell me, "Oh, I got 40 credit cards, this, da, da." I tell them, "You know what? I don't own one credit card with
Me
debt.
neither. I have no credit cards at all.
I don't either.
I have none, zero.
Zero. I don't have a credit card at all. Actually,
Yep.
never have.
The only debt I have is my land payment. My car is a 1993 with 450,000 miles on it. But you know what? It's paid for and it works. You know.
Oh, yeah.
So, you know, it just drives me crazy because it's keeping up with the Joneses, right? It's that attitude. You know, I gotta have new is better and blah blah blah. Now I am bad about that with my guns, and I'll admit it. You know. But at least I used them to provide for my family and that kind of thing. You know, it's not just oh, I got the best gun on the world. I don't have the top end. it's kind of the old saying, you know, I look at life like this, and I wish people would kind of look at life like this, and it makes it a lot easier. There's certain things that you need to buy that are top quality. Like electronics, I try to buy a nice high-end. If I'm going to buy a TV, I save up for it for 6, 8 months, a year, whatever, to buy a nice TV instead of buying some off-brand name that's going to break in 6 months. There's certain things, but drywall is drywall, right? Drywall screws are
Unless it comes from China.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's true. That's very good. But you know what I'm saying? I don't have to have the very best of anything. You know, it's just there's certain places to spend your money and not to spend your money. And, you know, yeah, I don't have fine china. I got the cheap stuff from Walmart. But you know what? It does the job. And that's the thing. People, they kind of have gotten away from that mentality of, I just need to get by. You know, I gotta have the best of this, the best of that. And unfortunately, that's America. And that's part of what makes America what America is. But on the other hand, that puts us in the situation we are now with, what, $17 trillion in debt? You know, and...
Oh, I don't even want it. We are not in debt, okay? We are not in debt.
I'm not.
No. I mean, as a nation, we are not in debt. If we are still giving over 150 countries aid, if we can give $600 million to Israel for military aid, if we can give $79 million to Africa for military aid, Syria, all that stuff, we are not in debt. Because China would be like, oh, hell no, you're not going to give them aid. So it's all a big old scam to try and get us to cower to China when the time comes, because like George Soros said, China will be instrumental in bringing forth the New World Order, and that's exactly how they're going to do it. They're going to claim that China, we owe them. We don't owe them shit. What's funny? We still give China aid.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how are we giving them aid if we owe them money? Why are they even, why would they need aid?
Yeah, that's what I was like. Are you aware that we still give them aid? Well, like, come on, this is ridiculous. We got our own people here in America that could use help and that kind of stuff, and we're more worried about. Look, I'm all about feeding people and taking care of people, but we have to look home first.
Of course.
And I remember when I was in the mine, every year they would have the United Way and all of that stuff, and they would want us to donate. And I always donated like $5 out of my check. And when I was filling out the paperwork one time, and one of my friends says, "Are you a fucking dumbass or what?" And I said, "What do you mean?"
Why, yes, I am.
He says, "Charity begins at home. What could you do with that $5 for your own family?" After that, I never done it again. Because 90% of the money that goes into those places ends up in somebody's pocket, and it never gets to where it was supposed to go in the first place.
Yep.
What's that? There's a charity in America. It's called like Feeding America or something, and it's so ridiculous. The head of the charity makes like $670,000 a year. That's ridiculous. That's insane.
Yeah, well, that's like my parents. My mom, I'm the second oldest of 9 kids. My mom had 5 natural, and then we adopted 4. And my mom said, you know what? Instead of giving money to some bullshit charity that I don't know where it's going, blah, 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 I'm going to adopt these kids that need a house, a father, a mother. And that's my charity, And what I do is I help out personal people that I know that need help. The other day I was at the gas station, a lady had 3 kids, and she was looking for her purse, and I heard her talking on the phone, on the payphone actually. She's like, I don't know where my purse is, blah, blah, blah. Well, I only had $10 in my name. I gave her $5 to give her gas to get her home. You know what I mean? Those are the kind of things that, instead of giving it to some BS charity, that drives me nuts. But I'll get off the soapbox.
Can you hear me now?
Hey, that's a lot better, Kansas.
Cool. Political report, thank you for being here. I am honored to have you in my chat.
No,
thank you for coming.
Me. Usually I would love to be in a chat, but it's always at like the wrong time, you know, because everybody else is off at night, and then I'm, you know, I'm not, so I can't really ever get into them. But I'm glad to join the daytime ones. Those are fun.
Yeah. I
What
just
did you-
wanted to tell you that that because I was having a major problem there, and I didn't know if you understood me.
Oh, I thank you. Thank you.
And I was going to thank everybody. DJ, can you do a shout out for everybody that's down there? And I guess we just lost. I think we lost Paradise or
Okay, give me just a second. I gotta take this.
Yankee 4. So anyway, so you have heard of the build-in. Everything was working. I'm having this every two. By the way, I'm having this every Wednesday at 2. So
2 your time.
this is my DT hour. Yep,
Okay.
2 my time, which is Central, which is about what 12 there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, cool. That'll be fun. I'll be here probably, you know, a few times. I probably won't be able to make every time because my schedule alternates. But
Did you hear about them going to vote this year on whether to repeal the First Amendment?
yeah, you can't really. I don't understand how they're going to vote on that. In order to change an amendment or to amend an amendment, you'd have to have a constitutional convention. So I'm kind of confused on how they think they're going to just kind of vote on
they're
that.
planning on doing. I don't know. They say it takes 67 so they have to vote on it, and then I guess that they have to take to a constitutional. But as crooked as half of them are, I'm really worried about it.
I'm just going to say you still ain't going to shut me the fuck up. So good luck to you. Ain't going to happen. My mom and dad
Me
can't
neither.
shut
I'll
me
be up
up.
here.
They ain't going to shut me up.
And but yeah, I just that's where it caught me off guard. And then this bill and another friend said that Russia and them. He watches the military channel all the time. He said that Russia and China are supposed to be making a deal to drop the dollar. So
I've been hearing a lot about that. I've been hearing a lot about that. I think right now the main focus of the world, I guess you would say, is to collapse America. You know, we are really the last government, or not government, the last nation that still has our weaponry. We still aren't a complete dictatorship yet. We're close, but not there. And I think that in order to solidify, put the nail in the coffin of the military-industrial complex, we've got to get Iran, we've got to get us, you know, collapsed, and then they'll have the, you know, the complete control to do the globalization they want, the, you know, new world order, so to speak. It's funny how people kind of scoff at you when you, instead of globalization, you say new world order, even though just about every single politician has said new world order. You know, it's kind of like,
New World Order.
why are you scoffing at me? They're the ones that said it. You know?
Yeah, Obama
But-
said it. Everybody said it. Obama said it.
Dan
Even the
Quayle
Pope said it.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, they've been saying it for decades, and it's just kind of funny
Well,
how
they just
you're
don't
a
want to see that it's also written in the Bible too.
you know, they're like, oh, it's your
That
conspiracy
says New World
theorist.
Order.
So I'm not
Yeah.
really that. Although I was, you know, born and raised Catholic, and I went to Catholic school my whole life, I am really not well versed in the Bible. I've kind of like put a mental block on it since Catholic school. It's like, no, it's like I don't know much about it.
Well,
So if
someone
it
told
says
me
it
it's
there-
in the Bible, so I went and checked it. So
Really?
I mean, it's there. It's just, yeah. Pretty much, we're going down the route that it says right now. So that's the scary part.
And I
of it.
wonder though, do you wonder if they're just doing what the Bible said, or is it really playing out? You know, just kind of like 1984. Are they using it as a handbook?
Well, I
or-
don't know. If they can the earthquakes, then yeah, probably them doing it to follow down the aisle. But, you know, Hard to tell.
Hey,
I mean, all the
Marine Semper
disasters
Fi.
and
How you doing?
stuff.
Hey, Steve.
Uh-oh, no sound.
Oh no.
Yeah, he's muted.
Um,
I can see his lips, but I don't.
Who came in and
I
under the
can
dragon
too.
sign there?
I thought that was
I'm
you.
not sure. Hey, Steve, try jumping out and jumping right back in. Just out and right back in, and that may fix it. I'm not sure, but
Well,
hopefully that.
he's got himself muted right now.
Well, he was trying to
Yeah.
unmute. This goes back a minute, but you guys remember how easy it used to be to look up the coffers, and now you pretty much have to do the Freedom of Information Act just to get access to the coffers and be able to read them and see what our real budgets are and, you know, how much money. I mean, even in your local towns, they
I
that
haven't
information.
really
Yeah.
had that much of an issue. But then again, I just kind of had it, you know, I have it saved paper-wise. I have it. But, you know, you print it out. That's what you need to do. Once you get it, just print it out immediately. Because they just keep changing that shit, and then they try and tell you you're crazy. You're like, no, I printed it. I got it right here. But, yeah, I have noticed that for California, they're trying to make everything harder, you know, to find. So if you go on the websites, you just can't find shit. It's like not in the same place it was last week, and then you have to try and search or search results found. But I haven't had any locally that I've had an issue with.
What's going on, people?
Hey, Casey, what's happening?
Hey Casey, how are you?
Good. Just doing a little job search. I saw y'all was on. What y'all talking about?
Yeah, well, right now it's getting
We are talking about everything.
open. Pretty much my DT hour is over.
What does that DT stand for? What did DT
Domestic
stand for?
terrorists.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know, right? Domestic tourist, huh?
No, that's what
Can
they
you
call
hear me?
us all the time. I mean, if you go to church, if you eat the wrong way, if your mom is
Yeah, if you have a siesta, you know they're
whatever,
saying now.
you're
Now they're saying siesta is racist. Like if you take a siesta, that's
Domestic-
racist.
Racist against whom?
Hell, I
I
don't
call
know.
it the DT hour.
Is it
You know.
racist against whites?
Huh?
Because, you know, whites were the ones that came up with the siesta, so is it racist against me, or?
It's everybody. It's just everything is just
It's
crazy. You know,
everybody.
you're talking about.
I bet
No,
you
you
a pedophile
echo
made
it.
that up.
You can't have a what? You can't have a what's that kind of party? You can't have a
Basically,
toga
if you don't
party.
believe
because
what
that
the
might
left,
be.
There was a list. I posted it on.
Yep,
I
right
think
on.
I posted on Google Plus, if not on Twitter,
Mhm.
about all the domestic terrorist lists. You know, I think I didn't. I think I fell under every single category except like one. I was
Oh
like,
man, that's crazy.
oh, I guess I'm violent. I had no idea.
I think this deal that old Green, what's his name, Greenwald or whatever, is supposed to release, I think it's all a bunch of bullshit. But at the same time, I'm going to be pissed if I'm not on that list because all of my efforts have
All
been
the
for
hard
nothing.
work. I worked so hard for this.
It's like what? You don't want to be violated? You want some constitutional rights? You must be a terrorist.
I'm gonna be like Sally Fields if I get on the list. You like me, you really like me.
Hey, TPP, have you heard anything more about the Fed shutting down the farmers' water out in California?
Oh God, it's like it's so bad out here. You know what I think I'll do? Maybe next week is I'll drive out to the farms so you can see what they look like out here. It is so bad, and we keep having windstorms, which is even worse, you know, for us. But the last thing that I really heard, I went to the farmer's market last weekend, and every time I go, it gets smaller and smaller.
Mm-hmm.
And the last thing I heard was that they were going to be allotted some water, and then they were told they're not going to get the water at all. So I'll go back this weekend to see if I can find out anything more. I know that they're still favoring a little fucking fish over us. What's even more criminal is that we're starting to hear about towns dumping water. You heard in Oregon that they dumped, like, 38 million gallons of water. Well,
Yeah.
here towns are dumping water too. Like Novato dumped like 98,000 gallons of water just because they deemed somebody pissed in it or whatever reason they're giving.
That's so stupid.
And that's just criminal. You know, we're sitting here, we feed the nation, so to speak, and yet they're literally starving the nation. And I don't think people realize how serious it is, and it's going to be real serious here come the end of harvest. You know, it's it's frightening, because it's like, if you're not from here and you're living in say, you know, Missouri, and they just, you're just buying your stuff on the shelves, and you don't have any, you're not really thinking about it. But when you're looking at how many products are coming from California, it's scary. In fact, another thing that I've noticed here, I can't even, I just went grocery shopping. I don't have shit in my refrigerator. There's nothing there, because, it's like the prices have gone up and up. I've been canning, I go to the farmer's market, I get my stuff, and I can it. But, man, I tell you, I started freaking out for people around me, going, okay, this woman has 5 kids right here, and meat has gone up $1 in a week.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, not even meat, but like turkey.
Yeah, it's
ground
right
turkey.
there in front of you. You can see it.
Yeah, and I'm going, well, the rest of the nation is going to be in a huge shock, because they're going to have to take the brunt of the gas prices, because, our gas prices go up here, so who do they pass that cost on to but the customer? So the gas prices are going up here in California, the food prices are going up here in California, and the food quantity is going down. So I'm a little bit worried. And we've had no rain. We've had no rain at all. Nothing here. And I live right in the heart of the farms, and there's been no rain.
They're causing this artificial drought and making food.
Absolutely. Well,
Yeah.
we've always had droughts in California. That's a common thing here in California. But, when I was growing up, we had droughts, and, but it comes back like the next year. Well, we've not had anything come back.
Right.
Because of the manipulation. And if people honestly think that they're going to stop this HARP thing in Alaska, no, they're not. They're just going to relocate it.
I've said this probably way too many times already. Remember back in the 60s and 70s how you had the radical extremist protesters and all of that shit that's now in charge of the country? And they would chain themselves to trees, and they would blow shit up if they didn't like it.
Mm-hmm.
Why in the hell hasn't anybody taken out the places where they load the chemtrail planes? Why haven't they taken out HARP? Why in the hell, when Bilderberg isn't meeting, why hasn't somebody just kind of dive-bombed and crash-landed in the middle of that?
Man, they're too well connected, man.
See, Casey, that's why I think I'm on a
I don't
list.
think people really...
People have gotten complacent now. We like our lives. We don't want to go to jail for crashing a plane into somebody or taking out. So, and radical and be known as a radical.
Yeah, and it's like, meanwhile in mainstream news, Kim and Kanye got married. It's just everything is wonderful when you're under tyranny, and it's like people don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear it for what it is.
So an ass and an ass got married? Is that what
Yeah,
happened?
pretty much. 2 jackasses
okay.
got married. I bet they fight over, who's gonna be in the mirror. They both.
Steve, did you get your mic working, buddy?
I don't know. Can you hear me?
Yeah, there
Tony!
you got it. How you
Wait
doing?
a minute, wait a minute. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like a TV commercial.
It wouldn't happen to be the Hopper commercial, would it?
Everything is awesome.
Oh, I hate you. I hate you. I hate you. That song's gonna be stuck in my head now. That's all I know. That's all I know. Is everything? Oh, I hate it.
Yes, it is.
You did it to her now.
So who's in the chat down below?
It's third. He said-
Oh, it's third.
Hey,
I should not even ask.
He dug out his tinfoil underwear so it was safe to come in.
Thanks,
Hey, that reminds me, you know, you guys, I don't know if you remember, was it like last year or the year before, that guy that made all of that money for taking care of people's pets after the supposed apocalypse? Does anybody remember that? He made a website, and you know, when people said the rapture was coming, I think it was 2012, and if you wanted your pets to be taken care of, you had to pay $1,000 non-refundable. And he like certified that him and like 100 other people were atheists and they weren't, you know, going to heaven, so they were going to be here. He made like over $1 million.
Man,
If you
I
paid
tried
for
to-
that shit, you deserve what you get.
I gotta find it. Yeah, this happened.
Yeah, if
this
you're
happened,
dumb
I
enough
think
to
it was
fall for it,
2012.
I mean,
Isn't the apocalypse where everybody dies? So
Well,
it's
no, it was
like,
supposed to be only the Christian people.
we were having me and the guys were having
Go ahead.
we were having a tinfoil hat night. We had the night of the apocalypse. We had the tinfoil hats on, and I forget or Mayan, whatever. It's 2012's apocalypse.
Yeah.
It was
the
fun.
Mayan April Fool's Day. I
Yeah.
was all excited for that shit. I was like, oh yeah, bring it on. And then it just woke up the next day and
then
nothing
it was just like
different.
another Y2K.
Yeah. Yeah, I get excited for some goofy shit.
It's crazy.
My pets will go to heaven long before I will. Okay, so
Laundromat. We all had a big party that night.
what are you holding up, Steve? I can't see it.
it's my newest little drone.
Me?
Oh, don't drone me, bro. Don't drone me.
Yeah,
Holy hell.
this can take pictures. It can take fly patterns. Waypoints.
Oh wow.
I can have it go fly to the neighbor's house, hang around, come back, and I can videotape the whole thing.
Did you make
Is your
that?
neighbor hot?
No, she's an ugly fat pig.
Did you build that?
No. I just got this from Hong Kong.
Oh, okay, from Hong Kong. Yeah.
3 days.
Hey, that's not bad.
I can't even get mail from Los Angeles in 7 days. How did you get yours in 3 days?
You pay. I was listening to you guys earlier, and you were talking about the dollar.
Yeah.
And how the U.S. will lose its reserve currency, to the world. Well, that can't really happen right off the bat because Russia and China doesn't have a large stock market. And in order to back up, oil in a currency, you have to have a stock exchange that can handle that. And the only other one that can do it right now is the IMF, and they don't want to jump into it. So they're not going to get rid of the greenback as of right now, but I would expect it within a year or two.
Did you hear about Israel being the first cashless society?
No.
I guess they're proposing or pushing for Israel to become the first cashless society. And you know, since we have a lot of dual citizens in our government, I would suspect we would fall, you know, in line right after they do.
That's 1984. You have to be a total communist state where everything you do is you get a credit. And if you don't get enough credits, you don't get no food.
Kind of like the bathroom breaks for children. If they don't have enough money, they get to sit in class and piss their pants because they don't have enough. Oh, these teachers. This is a new thing. Actually, it's not a very new thing. I reported on it a couple years ago, but we're starting to see more and more parents complaining that their teachers are giving cash to kids, like, you know, like Monopoly money, and telling the kids, if this is how much money you need to have to go to the bathroom. If you don't have this much money, you ain't going to the bathroom. So these little kids are sitting in class, 3rd grade, pissing their pants, you know, because they don't have any money to go to the bathroom.
Oh, this is atrocious, man. I can't believe this, man.
That's why I homeschool.
You know,
well, it's bad enough that they had a. I heard. Well, I was on when the guy called in to Alex Jones, and he called in and said that they're going to take out. He was just in a meeting. He was a teacher there in California, and they're going to do a trial run, but they're going to take all the Civil War, Revolutionary War, and not teach it no more.
They hardly teach that now.
Independence.
You know what? I think California should just go off into the Pacific.
Well, then where would I go?
Yeah.
You can go to Texas. No, really.
I am California. No.
Back in the 50s and 60s, how many do you remember? You remember the 50s and 60s? All your weird shit started in California. You got Berkeley. Aren't you proud? And you got that little silverfish that they're shutting down the thing. They're shutting down the Fresno Valley for that little silverfish.
And what people don't realize, and you know, people think that the whole state of California is, you know, liberal, which is completely, you know, not at all. The way northern part of California is very conservative, and the farmlands are very conservative. So how do they punish the conservatives? They take away their livelihood. They protect a fish over their farms, and.
Yeah. And you can blame that on Los Angeles, San Diego County. I mean, they got more people than the whole state. Los Angeles County's got more people than the rest of California. How can you beat them?
I think they said 98% of Los Angeles are illegals. That's what I read that somewhere.
But they got the vote.
98%.
They can vote.
I don't think the vote is real.
Yeah, I have to agree with that. Simply because, you know, I see so much local level corruption and people that, I mean, just for an example here, we had a guy that was a rancher. He ran for county commissioner in 2012. Everybody I talked to voted for him, yet this uppity fucker that lived on the golf course down in Delta actually became the county commissioner. So, I mean, that's where I have issues with the voting. And I just got my thing.
Just like the GMOs.
Yeah.
Well, New Hampshire has a paper ballot.
Okay.
Can't beat that.
I have. I'm on the. I'm debating on whether or not I want to re-register, because every 8 years or something like that here you have to re-register and, you know, stay with an affiliated party or go Democrat or Republican or whatever you're wanting to do.
Some states won't let you be nothing but Democrat.
Not here.
Or Republican. They did in Kansas till last year, but then Oklahoma's that way, and I believe Alabama's that way, and not sure about Georgia and the rest of them, but I know those two states for sure are.
Well, you guys got to get your ass up here to New Hampshire because the state doesn't run us. We run the state.
That's the way it's supposed to be.
You can vote. You can register Independent, Democrat, Green Party, Republican.
Now, if we could just get rid of the snow.
In New Hampshire? Have you walked down street L.A.? Give me a break.
I don't live in LA. I don't live anywhere near LA. So.
All right, that would be back when I was young and retarded, when I was in LA, and just the electrical buzz in LA. I don't know how people function.
Well, they
I know
don't.
my daughter lives there in LA.
That's why they're shooting up universities.
And
Mm.
my daughter has
What was that, PPP?
in her place because they walked in her place, Obama, because if she didn't, they would take her Social Security away.
Who did that?
Mm.
Some
The people
community
that came
organizer,
to the
no
house
doubt.
to give her voting packet, community organizer, yeah, and they walked in the house and said, "You got to vote for Obama because of Social Security."
Oh, what?
It
Shenanigans,
was down
man.
there.
That's why
Well,
that's why she needs to be home.
Mm-mm-mm.
Well, yeah, I
Mhm.
mean, look at what's the first thing? Ever since Obama's first term, what was his biggest fear factor? Every time there's something goes on and he wants to get his way, like the debt ceiling or
Hey,
whatever he wants to go waste $1 billion on, the very first thing he does is come out and say, well, we can't guarantee Social Security checks.
Right. Yep.
You
Well,
know,
if you read Social Security, it doesn't guarantee. It's not a guarantee. It never
Right.
has been a guarantee. It says you may get this. It doesn't
Right.
say you will. It doesn't say you
Right.
shall. It's never been a guarantee. That's why I don't think people should be forced into paying it. You know, it's ridiculous. If I want to pay into a system, I'll pay my mattress, okay, and I'll put my money there. I don't want to have to put it into a government system.
You're
They
forced
had-
to
You
pay
have
for
to be
something
forced to
that
do
you're probably
so.
not going to get. In all probability, you're not going to get it, but you're forced to pay for it.
Right, but some illegal alien will get it.
Yeah.
The head of the IRS under testimony 3 weeks ago said that paying taxes is voluntary.
Right. Okay.
And they've been saying that. Even Harry Reid said it was voluntary.
But try to say that when they try to collect taxes.
Yeah. Never mind the man sitting next to you with the gun to your head. Oh, it's voluntary. Yeah, just go ahead and just send your shit.
Really?
Yeah, it's just sitting there. Just put the, don't mind that. Just sit here and just,
No. You think it's really going to make my day? Come on.
It's like paying taxes. You're not racist, are you? You gotta pay taxes too.
I only hate Harry Reid and Obama.
Well,
They
it's
don't
just
hire up
And Pelosi.
Steve. He's got drones. He'll drone strike your ass.
I got drones that are capable.
mhm. Yeah.
I got drones that carry 5 pounds, and that can be 5 pounds of anything.
Well, the ice caps are melting in Antarctica, so let's pay Al Gore a carbon tax. That's gonna save the polar bears.
Wait a minute, he
I'm
invented
shocked they want
internet.
to save the polar
Yeah.
bears. They are right.
Polar bear tastes good.
Yeah.
There hasn't been much in this world I haven't eaten.
I heard that.
Ate a lot of rotten stuff in California. She was ugly.
Yeah. What you call it?
I just didn't know how ugly. I didn't know how ugly until the next morning, though.
Like, what's
Are
that
you
like?
sure? Were you in Tijuana? Where were you?
I think it was Tijuana because I got kicked out of Juarez.
Be like on Full Metal Jacket, or what do you call it? Sarah Rotten Crotch.
Yeah.
Full.
I think I had her too.
Were you stationed out here?
Yeah, it's Camp Pendleton
Where at in Pendleton?
down San Clemente.
Oh, so you were up north. You were brought
No,
by
San Clemente is San Diego.
San Clemente is the northern part of Camp Pendleton.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, it's the northern part of the base. So were you in Mateo or Horno or
San
Talega?
Mateo. San Mateo.
San Mateo. Yeah, Mateo.
Yeah, 7th Engineers.
Okay.
And you just go down San Diego a lot and over to Anaheim.
Irvine, all
Yeah.
that area. Yeah, I was stationed up there too.
I was at
Who were
Fort
you
Irwin.
with? I always wanted to know that. Who were you with?
I was first with, I was in Margarita when I first got to Pendleton, and then I was actually, my last station was in Camp Talega. If you've seen Heartbreak Ridge, that was my camp.
All right. What was your MOS?
0411, I was logistics.
All right.
Let's see. I was 0317 plus 3531.
Okay, so was that operator?
Operator 3514, 3514 and 0317 Scout Sniper.
Isn't everybody else here going, what the hell are they talking about?
Everybody's an 03.
Well, your military codes, I know it's different for every branch, but I was a 92 Fox fuel guy.
You made sure my planes got home.
Yep. I was part of what you call 3-5 platoon, fuel and ammo.
And I just made sure that your gear was fixed.
Yeah.
I sure could use some of that fancy night vision right now.
Yeah. Sure.
So what's up, guys? How you doing?
What's up, Mule?
Hey.
Hey, Mule.
As DJ said, I wanted to fly in and stir some shit up and split.
As always.
I'm already doing that.
Steve, that's guy's name, Steve with Killer Beards, right?
I
But,
just trimmed it.
I didn't trim mine, even when it got caught up in the action of my AK.
Damn.
See how short it is now? It goes all the way down to here.
Damn.
But
I figure one of these times I'll get old enough that I don't have the Apache thing going.
You don't need a razor, you need a kitten.
well, I already told people how to get it to grow, and it does involve a kitty.
Heard that.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say thank you guys for coming out and supporting Kansas. I am doing a flyby because I've got tons of stuff to do. I usually don't join in on Wednesdays, but I wanted to thank all the bartenders who were in here helping them out and TPP. I'm so damn glad to see you back.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
And I'm real happy to see you on here. And you know you're always, well, you're actually a bartender in my head anyway. You just never show up. You start the conversations for us a lot of the times.
Yeah.
Nice.
Especially with the Bunkerville thing, right?
Yeah, for sure.
You know, and we love you here at Dragon, baby. So I just want to let you know. And
Thank you. I'm glad to be part of the clan.
Ooh.
I'm an Irish. We do run a clan with a C.
Why, somebody's
Well,
going
I'm
to
the
take that little snippet
Godfather.
Yeah.
They say, oh, she said part of the clan. Look at this. These guys are so racist.
Yeah, you already know how it goes, don't
This
you?
is the mob. This ain't no good thing. This is the mob.
45-minute
I
Friday
still
night
can't get over that shit. I still cannot get over that. That was like the funniest thing I ever read. I was like, are you serious right now? Like, what? But I'd expect nothing less from a pedophile, right, TJ?
Fucking A. Call them what they are.
Like that one guy, he was like, he messaged me. He was like, "You don't want to be the token black guy on the dragon." I'm like, really? Wow. Okay.
So I got a question for you, Case. Maybe you'll know the answer.
What's
When
that?
did somebody stop being a token when half the panel's black?
Yeah, I don't know. That's why I was like, dude, hit me in the inbox. I'm like, man, just gone somewhere with that bullshit, man.
Boy, Obama's got to be in a fix. He don't know if he's black or white.
Yeah. Well, it depends on what's going on, whether he's black or white.
Well, he could join the Klan.
But he never wants to say he's Jewish, huh?
Nah, or Muslim.
I know he tried to claim Irish heritage, and I swear to God, I thought the IRA was going to, get a Stinger missile and take down the plane. But I just want to thank you guys because I do got to go do some running around. I have to actually go double check the range and make sure it's all clean so we can continue shooting there.
Thank you for coming
But-
by, man. I really appreciate it.
You shooting your video?
I already did. I
Oh.
got to just chop it up and butcher it the way I do. So it'll be there'll be some up tonight. I put up one quick one of a little bit of gangsta shooting of the PAP. If you guys want to check it out. But Kansas, I just want to thank you a lot, buddy, because seriously, the Dragon would have never came to fruition if it wasn't for you, buddy. It would never exist if it wasn't for you. All right? So I just want to thank you for that.
Thank you.
Thank all the bartenders who put in the time to do this kind of stuff at any time, right? And we do at any time. There'll probably be an early one tomorrow just because the guys from Nevada are all getting together, right? HTP and Rebel and even Wild Iron Horseman
And words.
are all meeting up for that grass walk where they're bringing that petition to the State House of Nevada. And we're going to try and run a live one off of that, too.
Nice.
Yeah,
I just want to thank you guys for, because we're all in this together, and I just want to give you guys thanks and let you know at least I appreciate it, and so do a lot of other people out there. And I want to thank Truth Seeker for buying
All
us
the
for a year
bartenders. So.
a server. Well, Truth Seeker's not a bartender, but he bought the Green Dragon a server for a year, so we're not
Oh,
just on
wow.
YouTube. We're also on another site that I'll be doing a video about that probably sometime this week.
Oh wow, that's pretty cool, man.
That's
Green
Nice.
Dragon's running in more than just G Plus and the UB2B anymore.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get
Yeah,
that.
I
radio
think it's
thing.
time we all venture out.
I'm gonna try to get that radio thing together. Blog Talk Radio doesn't seem like a good source from what I've read so far, so might have to
I've
try.
heard they've been censoring a lot of people lately and cutting them off, and so
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, where do you go anymore? YouTube sucks because they're cutting everybody off, deleting everything. It's like, I don't know where to even go, but we need to start venturing out because, they're stifling us. We can't even get our videos out,
Yeah.
Well, we're trying at the Green Dragon TPP.
I know, I'm not blaming you, honey.
No, I'm not taking blame, just explaining to you and everybody else that we think the same way, and
Yeah.
we're trying to push forward on it.
What's
One
the cost
good,
for a
good.
server?
I'll get the information to you, Steve, to everybody soon. I just got a lot of other stuff going on, and more coming. My
Yeah.
daughter's bringing the grandchildren back over, another fight with the boyfriend.
Oh, that's another thing. I am so glad you got the kids there when you're shooting.
Yeah.
Oh, always.
I mean,
I
that,
bring my
that
little
knocks
dog.
my socks off.
How's little Jerry doing?
He's doing great. He really is. He's doing awesome.
Yay.
Turned out he didn't have any aneurysms or anything in his heart.
Oh,
Good.
that's so awesome.
So
That's
it really
amazing.
is. And thanks everybody for the prayers. And I want to let everybody know today is one of our bartenders' birthday.
Uh-oh.
Female bartender. So I want you guys to, give a shout out if you can, Kansas, to Riddle Girl, because she's our only female
Yes.
bartender currently, and she's an awesome chick. That's Stinger's wife.
Oh, okay.
She supports him and us very strongly. So
Happy birthday, Mama.
I want to thank you guys.
Yeah.
Again. I got to take off. So have a great time. I'll be watching this when I get home. So drive it into the ground, crash it. It's all good. You guys know.
Simplified.
See you guys.
Oh, you know me. I'll be driving somewhere. I don't know how fast.
Hey, buddy, you know us. We're a train wreck every single time. So, love you though, Kansas. Love you guys. See ya.
Bye.
Take it easy, Neil.
You know, that'd be great if everybody get together and get
Well, now
a
I'm
server.
getting embarrassed on those kind words. I'd like to thank you all for coming too, because usually it's pretty lonely in here. So.
Tell you the
I know
truth,
I
last-
may
I
have
caught you
added
by
some
accident.
I think I had
messages
4
into the
people.
group, but come on, guys.
Well, you can always hit me up, send me a message. I ain't got no job right now, so really, shit, I can just jump in and whenever.
Okay, you got it. I'll
Fine.
sign you up for it then. I'll just start putting
Yeah,
me
man, I'll come on.
in a list.
Yeah, even if I only come on for a little bit, I'll come on for a minute. And I've been getting my video game on recently, so.
I swear
No, your
that's
video
the
game.
go-to
Which
when
one you
people are
playing?
looking for work.
Hey, Kansas, you could add my name to it too.
Yeah.
Come on.
I play right. Well, I just got Watch Dogs last
All right,
night. I
Steve, I'll
stayed
keep
up.
you.
Stayed up about 3 hours, to about 3 this morning playing that.
That's when I got up.
I know I seen Steve start posting, and I looked at the watch or the clock. I was like, Jesus Christ, I gotta get my ass to bed.
All right, folks, I need to get going myself. I have to go pay the bills, so gotta get ready.
I'm gonna bounce.
right.
We're gonna take a ride over to that mudslide and see if we can get some video of it and
Oh, neat.
see
How
what.
close are you?
It's right on the other side of the mountain for us. We're about 40 miles from it.
You see all the fracking wells all around that?
Yeah, there are a
At
ton
the
of.
head and all along the side and at the tail. It's all fracking.
Yeah, I'm gonna send you something to your inbox, TPP.
Cool.
Do you
All
check
right.
it often?
My email?
Yeah, is that
Yeah,
is that the
thank
same
you
email
again.
on the channel?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll hit you. Up.
You inspire
Cool. I'll see y'all later. Have a good day.
So,
All right.
Take it easy.
yeah,
Something
keep up the
time,
good work.
All right, bye, you too.
All right, guys, I'm out too. We're gonna run over and check that out, and maybe I'll holler at some of you guys after a while when we get back.
Okay.
All
I'm
right.
gonna
All right.
head out
Yeah, I'll
myself.
be flashing in if we're still here.
Okay. All right. Bye.
Oh man, another one leaving me. I'm gonna be just gonna
You're gonna be a token, man.
Well, I'll stick around for a little bit.
be me. All right. Cool.
I'm just looking. Hey, I'm looking up jobs right here in Arkansas. So, if I'm looking away, but I can still talk.
What are you looking for?
Don't they have that fracking going on in Arkansas?
I don't know. Honestly, I haven't really kept up too much with that. If they're doing that here or not.
Because if they are, that's a good job. I don't like the idea, but money's money.
Yeah, I'm more of a. I'm qualified like a network engineer, desktop support, things like that.
Well, they need people like that.
Yeah,
I mean, all that equipment needs tech.
Yeah, you're right.
It's not just brawn.
Yeah, you need muscle and then IT guys in the background.
You got it. Without you guys, nothing works.
Yeah. So I'm looking. I'm weighing all my options.
I thank you both for coming. And this is quite a pleasure to have you all in here.
Yeah, I started leaving my YouTube
Steve
thing
and I have
up.
talked
So
a lot. I haven't got.
Huh?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I tried to come in on the Dragon.
You're breaking up, Kansas.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's probably my stupid computer again.
Yeah. See, if I was out there, I'd fix it up for you.
I just walk on over.
Poison's coming down. I have a feeling he'll do me good on that. He's coming down on what is it? The 6th, my birthday.
Oh.
He's coming, and I'm going to end my contest and everything all on the 6th. So, well, like I said, guys, I guess since I'm breaking up, you guys just want to end this one,
Yeah, I gotta do
or do you want to go and have one
Now I got some stuff I gotta do. I just caught this
Okay.
by chance.
Okay.
Well, you're always welcome in it. It's every Wednesday at 2 o'clock.
Okay.
I'll try to get on if I'm not working, or if I'm working a different shift. I'll try to get on, man.
Okay. Well, it's
I love
good to
chatting
have you.
with you guys. Yeah, I
And
love
guys
chatting.
out there, thank you all for coming. I know I still got 16 people watching. Thank you, and I don't know who's all out there. I can't do it with my machine. It messes up every time I go to try to see the outside.
Right.
Who's all on? Can you see the outside at all?
No.
I don't have it pulled up, but I don't have any problem. Let me see if I can. Yeah, I've literally got 12 tabs going on right now.
Wow.
You got a good computer, huh?
Yeah, I've got a Intel i7. I got 16 gigabytes of RAM. Just fully decked out.
Wow.
Yeah, I got 16 quad core. Quad core.
Quad core.
Wow.
1 terabyte of hard drive.
Yeah.
How many terabytes of memory you got?
Well, that's 1,000 gigabytes.
Yeah, I'm sitting on 2.25. No, yeah,
Terabyte?
2.25. Yeah.
Wow.
Still no pipe, but I think I might be.
Video game. You want me to shout out the chat?
That's a video gaming machine.
Sure.
What time is it?
Yeah, shout out chat, please.
Yeah, okay. Let's see who we got.
It's 3:43.
343. We got. I can't say that name. Ekeyyn. Ekin. Out there, we got Gatored 157. We got Mr. Tommy Boy 9. We got Joel Sweatman. We got DJ out there. We got WM Warriors. We got Chad Lilly out in the chat. We got, let's say, Joel Sweatman. We got Preppin' Team. We got Rebel out there.
Cool.
Yeah, Rebel.
We got
Rebel,
SKS
you had an invite.
Third Options out there. Prelude Prepper.
Oh, cool.
Okay, I think that was everybody who wasn't already in here. Yeah.
YT. Is that what they call you?
YT?
Yeah.
No,
It
that
says-
just stands for YouTube. That's
The
just,
not perfect one.
yeah, that's my channel.
I think I'm subbed to you.
Mm.
I don't even know how many people have subbed to me.
Thank
I
you
have
for
no
shouting
idea.
out and everything. I really
I don't
appreciate
know
it.
how to look.
But
Yeah, no problem.
I guess I'll end this. And anyone you want to shout out before I end it? Anybody, anything?
No, I don't have anybody.
I have one shout out. Happy
Just
birthday to Riddle Girl, our bartender that is not here.
Okay.
May you have a good day. Okay, go ahead.
All right, I'll
Steve,
catch
you got
guys next
anybody?
time.
yeah, XP1. All right,
Okay.
I'm gone.
See y'all later. Come back.
Bye.
Same day next week, Wednesday at 2
Yeah.
p.m. Central.